Want to get your business in front of local sports fans? Join the action on the Northeast Sports Network. From high school games to regional championships, NSN connects you with engaged viewers here at home and across the Northeast. Don't miss the opportunity to showcase your business to your community. Advertise with us today. Email Matt Corda at mcorda@northeastsportsnetwork.com and let's get started today. Northeast Sports Network. Local sports and local businesses come together. Want to get your business in front of local sports fans? Join the action on the Northeast Sports Network. From high school games to regional championships, NSN connects you with engaged viewers here at home and across the Northeast. Don't miss the opportunity to showcase your business to your community. Advertise with us today. Email Matt Corda at mcorda@northeastsportsnetwork.com and let's get started today. Northeast Sports Network. Local sports and local businesses come together.
And good evening, everybody. Welcome to Lewiston, Maine for the United Premier Soccer League's Division I playoffs. It's a quarterfinal matchup between the Maine Legends FC. They come in with a record of 4-6, and they'll take on Boston Street FC. They come in at 3-7. This is the 4-5 matchup in the New England Division. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Shields. Want to let you know that the Maine Legend would like to thank the Dix Foundation for their grant. They also are extremely grateful that the Dix Foundation believes in their mission to use soccer as a tool to empower individuals, strengthen communities, and create opportunities for success both on and off the field. The Maine Legends also thank Sports Matters for their generous support and commitment to increasing access to sports for young people and communities across the globe. Through their investment in Maine Legends FC, they have provided meaningful opportunities and allowed their athletes to grow. Well, we mentioned this is a quarterfinal matchup in the Division I New England setup, and it's the only quarterfinal matchup in the league, as it is Maine Legends FC and Boston Street FC. Now, Boston Street won the first matchup between these two clubs back on April 11th, that in Boston, 1-0. And then here in Maine on May 31st, it was a 3-0 win for the Maine Legends. As we mentioned, Maine comes in with a record of 4-6, but they've played well down the stretch. They have won 3 of their last 5 games. For Boston Street, they have dropped 3 in a row. Their last win was on May 16th over Dorchester City FC. And the winner of this game will move on, and they'll play Boston Emeralds FC with a 10-0 record. That is going to be played down in Boston on June 11th, probably June 20th, I beg your pardon. That would be a week from yesterday, next Saturday. The FIDMA has been changing lives by sponsoring scholarships through the African Scholarship Fund, helping students gain access to education and building bright futures. Now they need your support to continue this important mission. Every contribution helps create opportunities, empowers communities, and invest in the next generation of leaders. Join them today, reach out to them, or call 207-345-6785. That's 207-345-6785. Or you can email them ifdmausa@gmail.com. That's IMDMAUSA all one word @gmail.com. They need you. Together we can make a difference. The standings in the New England division: Boston Emerald, as we mentioned, at 10-0. Vermont Clover, the number 2 team, at 8-1-1. They will host the Maine Mystic. They are at 6-2-2. That 2-3 matchup, a semifinal game, will be played at Duffy Field at St. Michael's College in Colchester, Vermont, next Sunday at 5:30. And then you have this 4-5 matchup between the Maine Legends FC and Boston Street FC. Missing the postseason, Dorchester City FC, they were 2-6-2. Uninations FC 2-7-1, and New England Combine FC at 2-8. Maine Legends would love to have you join their mission. Your time, skills, and passions can help them expand access to education and youth development for underserved communities. Visit MaineLegendsFC.com and sign up today. That is MaineLegendsFC.com. As the two teams are about ready to take the field, it will be Sean McDonald in the net for Maine Legends, and it will be Sierra Mani. He is the keeper for Boston Street FC. By the way, Maine Legends are asking for community members to help stop their beloved teammate Mandula Destino from deportation. Donate, share, and support with T-Visa case and reunite his family. You can go to the link on the GoFundMe page, and that is available through the Maine Legends website. Maine Legends will be in the navy blue uniforms with the white numerals, with keeper Sean McDonald in the goaltender red. And for Boston Street FC, they'll be in white uniforms with black numerals and some orange piping on the sleeves. Their keeper, Saramani, he will be in a light blue goaltender shirt and royal blue goaltender trunks. Now the teams will meet the officials. A perfect night here in Lewiston. A little on the warm side, as it is a few light clouds, but nothing of any worry. Temperatures are dropping a little bit. They're in the upper 70s. We were in the 80s earlier today. And on the turf field, the field is in fine condition. There's a potential for some rain later tonight, but should not have any effect on this game whatsoever. Playing of our national anthem. As we're about ready to get this one underway. So again, this is the only quarterfinal game in the UPSL Division I playoffs, the New England division. There'll be 2 semifinal games next weekend, and then the championship game will be 2 weekends from this. So Maine Legends FC, they're going to defend the goal to our left. The captains are meeting right now with the officials for the official coin flip of tonight's game. It appears that Boston Street FC has won the toss. But no signal from the officials on which direction or who's going to take the kick first. Beautiful facility here in Lewiston. It is on the campus of Lewiston High School. And we're waiting for all the team members to take the field. The officials are checking each net to make sure they are fine, and we'll play 45-minute halves, 2 halves. A winner to advance on to the semifinals. Again, that will be next weekend, next Saturday in Boston. And looking at the numbers for Boston Emerald FC, not only are they undefeated, they have really outscored their opponents by almost a 4-1 margin. 39 goals for them in the 10-game regular season. Maine Legends will have the navy blue uniforms with the black numerals, but they're all lined in white, so should be relatively easy to pick up players. And it will be Maine Legends soccer ball to begin this contest. No time on the scoreboard. I think we're waiting for that. Nope, they're going to, and it counts forward. All right. So it is a ball controlled here by Maine Legends FC in their backfield. Nemanja, he'll back pass it over to McDonald. They look left wing side. Nemanja, right wing side. He'll get it to Gorshall. Nice little pass. Trying to go down the right wing to Gorshall. He'll try to center it back up, but it's broken up by Boston Street FC. Controlled by Monty, and he will send it downfield, headed by the Maine Legends, but out of play. So a throw in for Boston Street. On that right wing sideline, thrown deep. Bicycle kick missed by Maine Legends, but still cleared from the zone on the left wing side. Dan Bola had it knocked out. Bola leads Maine Legends with 3 goals on the year. The Legends have scored 16 goals and given up 19 in their 4-6 campaign. And this is the rubber match. Top of the penalty area. Broken up there by Becker for Boston Street. Cleared downfield. Fisame now sent deep. Bounces once high on the turf. Headed by Boston Street to try to get it out of the zone, but keeping the pressure on. It is Maine Legends on the right side. It will spin towards the end line, and it will be a corner kick. So the first corner kick here of the game comes from the right flag. Bengi will take this corner kick. Low line drive, headed off the back of a Maine Legends player, cleared away by Boston Street and out. And it will be a throw-in on the far left wing side. Two balls on the field there for a moment. Controlled on the left wing side. Mesa looks to center it up. It's broken up by Boston Street. Throw in for Maine Legends on the far left wing side. Dan Bola will throw it in. Short pass right back to Bola. Sends it to the top of the penalty area. Dancing with it. Went to an empty space, but nobody there in a navy blue uniform. Cleared out by Boston Street and all the way back into the end of their zone where McDonald, the keeper, will send it over to the left wing side. Midfield area. Headed by Gomes to Pina. Now headed by the Maine Legends on the right wing side. It is controlled by Francisco. He'll put it in front. It's broken up. Not cleared completely out. Top of the 18. Controlled by Maine Legends. They'll back pass over to the right wing side. It is controlled there. Crossed over. Headed down nicely by Dang. He'll get it back out of the area to about midfield. And it will go out. Be a throw-in for Maine Legends. Marshall throws it in. It was intended there for David Francisco, but off his instep and out. Dang will throw it in here for Boston Street. Deep in the end, chased down by Dominga. He will give it over to McDonald, and the keeper will restart the offense on the left wing side. A give and go pass. Chip down the left wing side. Headed in nicely there by Boston Street to get it to the midfield area, but now controlled here by Maine Legends. Dancing with it on that sideline. Francisco take it away, but keeping control of it is Gorshall. Bengi looks over deep down towards the end line, but a little too deep, as Antonio Mesa could not catch up to it. Yannick Chicola is the man in charge tonight for Maine Legends FC. Owen Renault on the sideline for Boston Street. 3-7 they came in. They have scored just 7 goals on the year and given up 21. But one of their 3 victories was a 1-0 win early in the season in Boston over Maine Legends. So the rubber game. Left wing side, chase down Garcia. Garcia tries to feather it towards the cage, and they'll say it's off him. He thought it was deflected off a Boston Street player, but the official says no, goal kick. Dang here on the left wing side. He'll center it up. Over on that right side. Monty sends it down for Dang. He'll head it, but it will go out of play off of him. And a throw in here for Maine Legends. Dang trying to get to it, and he will tap it out over the sideline before the Maine Legends player. Francisco could get to it and get a clean shot on goal. In the penalty area, a back pass, but shot will be towards but wide of the net and will go over the end line and be a goal kick. Boston Street sends it sideline, but intended for Dang. Just a little bit long. Throw in. It is controlled by Yarborough. Taken away. Dang. Back pass. Over on that right wing side, here's Boston Street near midfield. Looking downfield, they'll center it up. Nice feathered pass there to Flaherty. Sends it in. A kind of a soft shot, easily handled there by Sean McDonald. Knee down there by Flaherty. Collision, and there'll be a late whistle, and the infraction will go on Boston Street. McDonald sends a long shot towards, and at the top of the penalty area, Monty will make the save. The keeper does have 2 goals for Maine Legends. Oh, coming out of nowhere and knocking that ball out of play with the head. It was Diop. As Gomes DePina was right there with an opportunity. This will be the first corner kick for Boston Street. It will come from the left flag. Top of the area, headed away by Maine Legends FC, and out it will be a throw-in on the far right wing side. Vizame will throw this in from that right side for Boston Street. Near the corner flag, chased down, cleared out. It will be another throw-in for Boston Street. Throw in, headed, deflected in front. Controlled by Boston Street, coming to the left side. With it is Flaherty. He gets knocked down, and the infraction will be a free kick for Boston Street. Flaherty will take it from the left side, about 8 yards away from the corner flag, and about maybe 2 to 3 yards in. So, corner kick light, headed away by Maine Legends. It will go out of play on the far side, throw in. Nice ball placed in front there by Flaherty. The throw in headed up by Maine Legends. Can they get it out of the zone? They will get it back to midfield. Francisco falls down, and going to be a yellow card issued to Dang. For the infraction that brought down David Francisco. A free kick will come about 8 yards shy of the midfield stripe from McDonald, who has a very, very strong leg. Again towards the goal. Monty, though, will drift to his right and catch it. Was looking into the sun, but made a nice play on that ball. Was not going to be on goal. Becker back to Monty. Scoreless. Played 13 minutes here in this quarterfinal matchup. Rubber game between the two teams. They split with the home team winning their regular season matchups. The most recent one, a 3-0 win by Maine Legends here in the Pine Tree State back the end of May. Sent down the left wing side. Dang races underneath it on that left wing side. Dances with it. Goes back to his left. It's knocked out. They'll say it is a last touch by Dang. Throw in for the Maine Legends. Controlled by Francisco. Looks to center it up. Taken away by Boston Street. There's Flaherty. Francisco, triple team. Gets knocked down just before the ball went out of play, so it should be a free kick, I believe. And it will be. Bengi will take this free kick. Inches from the sideline on the right wing side. He'll put a ball, send it to the left wing side, chested down. Takes a bounce, but it's controlled there by the Legends. They'll send it into the top of the 18. It was intended there for Mesa, but it will go over his head. And controlled here by Goings. He'll send it downfield. Knocked away by Demanji. Throw in for Boston Street on the far right wing side. Last touch by Jakeem. Now it will be a throw in for Boston Street. Controlled here by Boston Street, and it will be deflected out, and it will be a goal kick. Last touch by Maine Legends on the way out. This will be their second corner kick. First one to come from the right flag. Ball skirted out as someone left the gate open. That will now be corrected. Short pass on that right wing side. Nice defensive play by Maine Legends to take it away. Trying to get it back was Flaherty. It's out. There will be a stop here as one of the Boston Street players shaken up a bit. But D. Kemick Kemick, who was down a moment ago, he'll dance with the ball, but it's cleared back towards midfield by Maine Legends, controlled by Becker. Sent down left wing side. Dang, though, couldn't make that cut, and it will go on. It will be a harmless throw in for Maine Legends. Deep in their own end. Nice play to send that to the sideline, but Dang heads it. Controlled there by Flaherty. Over to the left wing side. Controlled by Maine Legends, and it's Francisco. His back pass. Taken away. And it went out. Last touch there by Murray. Throw in for Maine Legends. Thrown in nicely. Garcia with it. Right wing side. Sends the ball. Trying to lead in Bola. Dan Bola dances on that left wing side. Comes back to his right. Has the ball. Picked up on a double team. Cleared away. Throw in for Maine Legends. Nice crossing pass from right to left. Infraction against Maine Legends. The ball went towards the back of Kemick, and as the Maine Legends player went to clear the ball, he hit Kemick in the back with his foot. So they call the infraction, and it will be a free kick for Boston Street. Scoreless game. Monty looks at the left side. He'll find Becker. Back to Monty. Boston Street looking for an avenue to send that ball downfield. Little pass on that right side. Chested down there by Yarborough. Controlled by Boston Street. Back pass to Murray. They'll really send it back. Monty has to chase it down before it goes over the end line. If that got over the end line, that would have been a corner kick for Maine Legend. Left side, Becker. Becker pressured there by Mesa. He'll send the ball back. Monty looks downfield for Boston Street. Now looks over to the right side. Goings will send it downfield. Left wing side. Trying to dance with it here. It is Boston Street off the chest of a Boston Street player, but it will be Gomes to Pina. And a whistle. And an infraction. So a free kick here for Boston Street on the left wing side. The two regular season games, the road team shot out each time, so Boston Street trying to see if they can get one on the board here. They have controlled the tempo for the last 8 to 10 minutes. Flaherty will take this from the left wing side. Sends it towards, headed away by Maine Legends, and it will go over the end line. It'll be corner kick number 3 of the half, and the second one from the right wing flag. So Seamus Flaherty for Boston Street will run across the field. He'll grab that ball and get ready to take this corner kick. Last time they did the short pass to Kemick. They're going to do the same thing again. Kemick comes along the end line, puts it in front, headed away. And Maine Legends looks to clear it out. They'll go sideline with that ball. Regaining control, it's Boston Street. Kemick with it. He'll dance. On the right wing side, it's offsides as Murray got behind the defense and got whistled for the infraction. The two teams will come to the sideline for a quick water break. They cannot leave the field. Very warm, humid day, as we mentioned. We were in the 80s during the day. A bit of a breeze, but still on the humid side on this turf field. Do want to let you know the Maine Legends would like to thank the Dix Foundation for their grant. They are extremely grateful that the Dix Foundation believes in their mission to use soccer as a tool to empower individuals, strengthen communities, and create opportunities for both success on and off the field. And the Maine Legends thank Sports Matters for their generous support and commitment to increasing access to sports for young people and communities across the globe. Through your investment in Maine Legends FC, you have provided meaningful opportunities and allowed our athletes to grow. Scoreless game here. Quarterfinal matchup in the New England division of the United Premier Soccer League, the UPSL Division I. Winner of tonight's match will be in action on Saturday playing Boston Emerald FC, the undefeated squad in this league. A week from tonight at 5:30 in Colchester, Vermont at the campus of St. Michael's College on Duffy Field, who will be the number 3 seed Maine Mystics FC. They'll be at the Vermont Clover FC. The officials have blown the whistle to end the water break. McDonald will take this kick from the left sideline, about 10 yards. I make that, beg your pardon, 20 yards from the end line. But again, as we mentioned earlier, he has got a powerful leg. Approaches, puts the right foot into it, and sends it good 60 yards off the back of a Boston Street player. Regaining control, it is Garcia. Left wing side, breaking in a man, stopping along the end line, and the ball crossed that end line just before Dan Bola could gain control. Becker. He'll send it towards midfield, intercepted by Maine Legends. Demanja sends it downfield, knocked out. It will be a throw-in for Maine Legends on the far side. Jakeem will throw it in. Chipped into the end, cleared away by Boston Street. Can they get it out of the zone? Well, they'll attempt to. It will go over the sideline, and it will be A throw-in for Maine Legends. Knocked down again. Throw-in right around midfield for the Maine Legends. Far side. Broken up by Boston Street deep. Deep up. He'll back pass it to McDonald. The Maine Legends keeper will swing it over to the right wing side. Garcia. Garcia controlling, looks, sends it sideline. Broken up there by Dang. Dang, a nice play to send it back into the Maine Legends end. Whistle and an infraction as the Maine Legends player was taken down. Free kick for the Legends. Horschel will send it back over to McDonald and they'll reset again. McDonald sends the ball down. A long ball, sideline. Letting it bounce and trying to control it. A nice play for Francisco. When he turns the corner, though, there's a white-shirted Boston Street player there. Dang now has it. He'll center it up. Pressure on. Controlled there by Becker. Becker will send it down deep. Demangia will back pass it to McDonald. He'll get it up over Gorshall. Centers it up. Little nice dance. Send it down the sideline. Nice defensive play there for Gomes DePina to break that one up. Now it gets deflected. That's going to be a corner kick. It got deflected by Junior, but it went over to his right and spun over the end line. So a corner kick, second of the game for the Maine Legends. First one from the left corner flag. Elmira Benji will take this kick. Puts the left foot into it. Low line drive. Headed away. Controlled on the right wing side there. Diop puts it in front. Comes right back out. Shot is wide and high and over everything. Opportunity there for Siusa. Kenny Siusa, who scored a goal in the last matchup against Boston Street, and the 3-0 win for the Maine Legends here in Lewiston. Ball centered to the top of the penalty area, controlled there. Mesa wants to feather it in, hit off the head of a Boston Street player, sent back in. Benji, I beg your pardon, looks over. Gorshall. Right side, sends the ball, but it's going to be offside. Trying to break in Antonio Mesa. So we remain scoreless in this match. We close in towards the 30-minute mark in this first half. Wilbur Romeo. Pass cannot be controlled and kept in by Boston Street. So a throw in right around midfield on the far left wing side here for the Maine Legends. Ball gets centered up. Demanja. Right side. Dang intercepts it for Boston Street. Nice little pass up to Flaherty. Broken up. It was intended for Francisco, but eludes him, and it goes out over the end line. It will be A throw in for Boston Street. They'll throw it back to the keeper, Monty. Now Becker, he'll center it up. Controlled by Murray. His back pass. Over to the right side. Becker. To Monty, looks downfield. Becker. Boston Street being very patient. Looking for a seam to get it out of this end. They'll go sideline. Broken up nicely by Maine Legends. Taken away, though, in a nice little defensive play, controlled there by Kemick. Here's Becker. Left side. Has a little real estate. Stops. Centers it up. They'll back pass it again to Monty. That time from Romeo. Long ball sent down the left wing side. And we got an offside call on Boston Street. It's going to give Sean McDonald a lot of real estate. He'll take this from about the 30-yard line of the football field, so about 35 yards from the goal line. Boy, beautiful ball. Deep into the penalty area in the Boston Street end, cleared away. Diop tried to get ahead on it, went over him. And that's going to be a dangerous play. And a yellow card whistled against the Maine Legends. And that will go on Bengi. So the second yellow card of this first half, one on each team now. So the infraction happened right about the 30-yard line on the field. So Seamus Flaherty will take this free kick. He does have Wilbur Romero right to his left. A wall at the top of the penalty area. Flaherty tries to chip it softly, headed away by Maine Legends. Can they clear it out? Oh, yes. Oh, no, they will not. It was a nice little defensive play there to keep the ball down on the Maine Legends end of the field, and an infraction and a free kick coming for Boston Street. They'll quickly get into action. Send it down to the right wing side. Dancing with it. Trying to break it. It'll be Flaherty sending a head score. Nathaniel Yarborough with the goal. A nice feed in there by Seamus Flaherty. And that would be Nathaniel Yarborough's first goal of the season. So the header gets past McDonald. The Yarborough from Flaherty goal makes it 1-0 Boston Street. Few opening minutes of this game, it was Maine Legends dominating, but the field has, the momentum, I should say, has been controlled over the last 20 minutes or so by Boston Street, and they are put the first goal on the board, so it's 1-0. Still lots of soccer to go. McDonald looks to the right side. Gorshall. A give and go opportunity taken away by Flaherty. Left wing side for Dang. Dang chases it down. He'll dance, come to the right, sends the ball over, just over the opportunity for Yarbrough. Cleared away there by Maine Legends. Ball gets deflected, headed. Nice play there coming up, and Fasime out. Last touch by Boston Street, so it will be a Maine Legends throw in on the far side. McDonald sends it down deep. Headed, knocked away, controlled by Dang of Boston Street. He'll get it over to Flaherty. Becker. He'll find Romeo. Flaherty centers it up. Broke it up momentarily by the Maine Legends, but taken away, and they'll send it down deep, but McDonald will come to the top of the penalty area. Picked that up before Yarbrough had an opportunity to break in. And look to pad the Boston Street lead. Long ball, it's going to go too long. And Bola kept running for it. It would have been offside, so he just had to put the brakes on and let Monty, the Boston Street keeper, pick it up, and he'll roll it out. Murray. Check that. Goings on that far side. Knocked away. Last touched by the Maine Legends. Boston Street will have the throw-in. Boston Street FC 1, Maine Legends FC nothing. Here's the throw-in deep into the Maine Legends end. Nice play there by Diop. He'll head it over to McDonald. And the keeper will roll it out. Right side. Gorshall sent down the right wing side. Fanned down by the Boston Street player. Chased down by Bola. Knocked out. It's going to be a throw-in for Maine Legends FC. William Becker losing his shin guard on that play, so the officials give him a chance to get that back inside the sock. You can see that fly out of his sock, but also turns out to be a break for Boston Street FC. So holds Maine Legends from throwing it in quickly, taking advantage of some numbers. Ball headed, skips off one head, cleared away by Boston Street. Flaherty, he'll send it down, headed nicely there at midfield by the Maine Legends to prevent a breakaway. Nice play there by Damanja. Diop with it. Midfield circle area. They'll send it to the right wing side. Sliding, trying to send it downfield. Gorshall. Long lead, but too long for Dan Bola. And it will be a goal kick. So Owen Renault in the sideline, the Maine Legends. Pardon me, on the Boston Street FC head coach. He's arguing something, and I'm not quite sure. One of his players is down. Here's Becker for Boston Street FC. Gets it to Romeo over to the right side. Goings. Sends it, intended for Dang. Dang tries to one-time it. A hit off the instep, though, of Gorshall, and it will be a throw-in here for Boston Street. Take it away. Nice play there by Gorshall. He'll get it over to Bola. Bola on the right wing side trying to beat Dang. Dang got a piece of it, and it's going to be a corner kick. Just enough to knock it over the end line. Third corner kick of the half for Maine Legends FC. A little more than 4 minutes to go before we get into the penalty time. Bengi will take this corner kick. Low line drive headed towards the cage. It goes to the right side. Loose. Nice play there on the right side for Bengi. Bengi left foots it. Hits off the head of a bicycle kick, and it scores! Maka Diop with the bicycle kick. No, they ruled dangerous play, I believe. So that goal is off the board. It did not tie it up. It's a heck of an athletic play. And I believe a dangerous kick was ruled by the official. So it remains 1-0 in favor of Boston Street. Right side, ball went out. Throw in Maine Legends. Garcia dances on that sideline with it. Diop, left wing side. Lost out. Throw in for Boston Street. Nice long throw on the right side, but McDonald will allow that to come into the penalty area and pick it up and roll it back out. And Maine Legends looking to see if they can get a late minute goal here in this first half. Down 1-0. Battle. Right side. Bola just couldn't settle it down, and it will skip out of bounds off his instep. Broken up by Maine Legends. Bola, double team, taken away. They're going to get an infraction against Boston Street, so it will be a free kick just outside the penalty area. Good 20, maybe 23 yards from the end line on the right side. Maine Legends will overload the left side. Bengi will take this free kick. Bengi chips it to the top of the 18, headed, coming in, shot, scored, a beautiful head. And it's Diop with the head off the free kick. And this game is deadlocked at 1. The ball came in from that right side. Makia Diop with the head. His second goal of the year. So we're knotted at 1. We're now in the extra time. Ball goes over the sideline. Of course, this is the discretion of the officials. Ball sent down deep, headed there by Boston Street. Controlled by Murray. Monty, the Boston Street keeper, looks over to Becker. Becker threads the needle, wanted to get that ball to Gomes to Pina. But it's controlled here by Diop, beg your pardon. Diop, the goal scorer. Now it's back to McDonald. The keeper sends it. Short hops right around the midfield logo. Taken away by Boston Street. Regaining control. It is Maine Legends. They'll send it down the right wing side, but it's going to be ruled offside. They say that Bola got ahead of the defense. Knocked out. Boston Street throw in. Again, we're in the extra time here. Taken away. Bengi. Bola. Picked up on a triple team. Seamus Flaherty with a takeaway, but it takes a Maine Legends bounce right at midfield. They'll go over to the left wing side. Trying to run with that ball. Send it to the top of the 18. Nice defensive play there by Becca. Becker just saved a potential break-in for Maine Legends. Goes over the end line. It will be a goal kick. (1-1) our scores. We wind down this first half. Sent to Dang. He can't control it. It will be a throw-in for Boston Street. Gorshall will throw it in. Headed away. Takes a backwards bounce, but Boston Street able to clear it out of the zone on a Flaherty kick. Midfield battle. Bengi. Broken up and taken away here by Boston Street. Kamek. Right side. Kamek, a nice little dancing move on that right side. Broken up there by Davanja. And it will be a throw-in for Boston Street. Again, we're still in the extra time, so it must be getting close to the end of that, but throw in from the right wing side. High arcer, and it will go over the cage, and that is going to be it. And the first half is over. Nathaniel Yarborough ahead on a free kick from Seamus Flaherty made it a 1-0 lead for Boston Street. And it was a free kick and ahead for Maine Legends as it was Makia Diop on the head. Dan Bola with the assist, and we're tied at 1 after one half of action. We'll come back with halftime and the second half of this quarterfinal matchup. It is the United Premier Soccer League Division I playoffs, New England Division. At the half, Maine Legends FC 1, Boston Street FC 1. You are watching soccer on nsnsports.net. Welcome back here to Lewiston. It is 1-1 in this quarterfinal matchup of the UPSL Division I New England Division. Boston Street and Maine Legends. And friends, want to let you know that Maine Legends would like to thank the Dix Foundation for their grant. They are extremely grateful that the Dix Foundation believes in their mission to use soccer as a tool to empower individuals, strengthen communities, and create opportunities for success both on and off the field. The Maine Legends also thank Sports Matters for its generous support and commitment to increasing access to sports for young people and communities across the globe. Throughout your investment in Maine Legends FC, you have provided meaningful opportunities to allow athletes to grow. So we mentioned it's a 1-1 game in this quarterfinal matchup. Boston Street getting the first goal on a Nathaniel Yarborough head on the left wing side off a free kick from Seamus Flaherty. And then late in the first half, Maine Legends equalize it on a head as well, as it was Diop, I beg your pardon, his head, and that came off a free kick off the foot of Dan Bola. The IFDMA has been changing lives by sponsoring scholarships through the Africa Scholarship Fund, helping students gain access to education and building a brighter future. Now they need your support to continue this impact mission. Every contribution helps create opportunities, empowers communities, and invests in the next generation of leaders. Join them today. Reach out or give them a call. The phone number is 207-345-6785. The email is IFDMAUSA nonprofit, that's all one word, at gmail.com. They need your help. Together, we can make a difference. The Maine Legends would also love to have you join their mission. Your time, skill, and passion can help their expanded access to education and youth development for underserved communities. Visit MaineLegendsFC.com and sign up today. Boston Street will defend the goal to our left. And defending the goal to our right will be Maine Legends. And the Maine Legends are asking for community members to help stop their beloved teammate, Maluda Destino, from deportation. Donate, share, and support his T-Visa case and reunite his family. You can find the link to the GoFundMe page. It is in the Maine Legends website. So 1-1. The winner of this game advances, and they'll be in action next Saturday against Boston Emerald FC. They are undefeated in league play and outscored their opponents by about a 4-1 margin. Each team had 3 corner kicks in the first half. Each team getting a goal off ahead. Sean McDonald, he'll take that free kick and send it deep. Headed back upfield. Settled down by Maine Legends on the left side. Diop will be deflected off a Boston Street player. Thrown into Joel Perez. Did not play in the first half, but he's in here to start the second half. Centered to the top of the 18, cleared away by Boston Street. McDonald sends it to the right side. Demanja. Ball deflected out. Throw in for Maine Legends. A whistle to push him back as they tried to gain about 5 to 8 yards on the throw-in. not uncommon in soccer at all level. Game ball deflected over the fencing, so have to get another ball. They'll throw it in, chested down. A back pass. It is controlled there by Perez. Garcia. He tries to go back to Perez. Gets a piece of it. On the right side. Set left wing. Nobody there. Trying to chase it down towards the corner flag. Goes out before the Maine Legends player can get to it. It was being chased down there by Garcia. Knocked out. Throw in Boston Street. Sime throws it in. Nice long throw. Broken up. Romero. Perez clears it out for Maine Legends. And taken away here's Mesa, but he has it stolen right back by Boston Street, and it's controlled there by Fasima. He will throw it back. Fasime, I beg your pardon. I may have said that incorrectly. On the right wing side, Yarborough, who scored the goal on a nice defensive play there by Diop to deflect that ball out. It'll be a throw-in for Boston Street. Same will come up. Jaden will get back as far as he can to get this throw in. High arcing throw. McDonald has a clear line on it, and Sean will make the catch, roll it out quickly on the right side for Maine Legends. Tries to get it upfield. Broken up, though, by Murray for Boston Street. A give and go. Coming down. Back feed. Shot over to the right side. Settled down to the top of the 18. Cleared away. Oh, Boston Street had a great opportunity, but just couldn't get a shot off. Goings. He'll get it up over to Flaherty. On that sideline, controlled there by Boston Street. It's Becker. Monty sends it left wing side. Intended there for Dang. Taken away. Perez sends it to the top of the 18, but broken up by Boston Street. They'll send it down on the right side. They're going to get an offside whistle. As they ruled that Kemick was offside. I think he was a little in disbelief with the officials' ruling, but nonetheless an offside. Ball controlled by the Maine Legends. Perez directs traffic. Garcia. Perez. Pressured. Diop. Back to McDonald. He'll swing it over to the right wing side. Manja. Right side to about midfield. Broken up by Boston Street, regaining control. The Maine Legends broken up again. An opportunity for Yarborough, but a nice defensive play for the Maine Legends to take that ball away. Diop but sent it over to the left wing side. Trying to chase it down. Oh, just ran out of real estate. Did Jakeem. Perez gets a head on it, but it's controlled there by Boston Street. Kemick cleared deep Back down into the Boston Street end. Manja sends it on that deep boot. Control by Boston Street to midfield. And they'll try the feed to Seamus Flaherty, but overshot him. Throw in for the Maine Legends on the far side. 7.5 minutes into this second half. We are deadlocked at 1. Perez sends it right wing side. Bola waits for the ball, now chases it down near the corner flag. A nice little back pass controlled by Maine Legends in front to the top of the 18. Blocked down and cleared away by Boston Street after the attempt by Mesa. Off the thigh of a Boston Street player, but now regaining control and keeping the pressure on. Nice play there on the sideline to keep that ball alive for Sime. Perez has it for the Maine Legends. Looks to the left side. Joaquim, and now he'll give it over to Perez again. Bengi, and that was coming down that right side, and well read there by Monty, the Boston Street goaltender, because had he laid back, that might have been a point-blank opportunity for the Maine Legends, but read it quite nicely. Sitting down the right side, but it's going to go near the corner flag and over the end line, and a goal kick for the Maine Legends. Again, these two teams split their regular season games. Boston Street winning in April 1-0 in Boston, and Maine Legends winning at home end of May by a 3-0 score. Tonight it is 1-1. Send deep. Might have been ruled off sides, but that's waved off when Monty picks it up. The Boston Street keeper threads the needle nicely instead of booming it. Here's Becker. He'll get it to Murray. Murray through the midfield circle area. Sends it long, but too long. Nobody there. And McDonald picks it up and controls it there. The Maine Legends keeper, Diop. Now to Perez. On that left side, here's Bengi. Bengi dances with it, picked up by 3 players, still comes to his right, keeps control, and centers it up for Maine Legends. Now Perez. Diop. Siusa sends it left side. Kind of pinballs there for a moment, controlled by Bola. Slide tackle out, it should be a Maine Legends throw in. And it is. Crossed over from the left side near the corner post, but it goes a little long and it's over the end line, and it will be a goal kick for Boston Street FC. Quarterfinal matchup in the New England division. Two semifinal matches scheduled for next week. The winner of this game plays Boston Emerald FC on Saturday. No time has been set. And a week from today at Duffy Field at St. Michael's College in Colchester, Vermont. It'll be the Maine Mystics, the number 3 seed, taking on the number 2 seed, the Vermont Clover FC. Vermont won one of their matchups in April with Maine Mystic by a score of 4-0. They played to a 3-3 tie on the final day of May. On the left side, it's Bola. Bola dancing with it, splits two, tries to get around a third guy, taken away. He comes back and interrupts that and regains control to Perez. Perez dances to his left. Perez stops. He comes back to the right, chips it to the top of the 18. It's popped off the head of a Boston Street player over the head of the keeper. Loose ball in front, nobody home. Can Maine Legends get a shot on? Well, the keeper got back. Collision and a foul, and what do we got? Going to go against Maine Legends. That ball took a bounce over Monty's head, and he was fortunate that the Maine Legends could not get that ball into control and on the cage, because it was an open net for a moment. Dang with the ball for Boston Street. Maine Legends keeping the pressure on. They scored a goal late in the first half to knot this game at 1. Flaherty sends it left wing side. Nice pass there. Broken up over the end line. And they'll say it's a goal kick. Last touched there by Junior Gomes DePina. Yannick Chicola leading the sidelines for the Maine Legends FC, and it is Owen Renault for Boston Street FC on the sideline. Ball headed off a Boston Street player deep into their own end. Monty will come over. He'll pick it up. Surya Monty gets the ball on a throw out. Collision, whistle, foul, going to go on to Maine Legends. Bola tried to put the brakes on, but couldn't. Ball deep, but McDonald will come out. He'll get there before Flaherty can get to it. Now it's sent back. Boston Street keeping the pressure on, trying to get it into the top of the penalty area. Cleared away by Maine Legends. Perez sends it left side. Bola runs under it, settles it down, comes to his right. Knee down, however, by a Boston Street player. And they'll get it up to Flaherty. Controlled there by Murray. 1-1. We've played 15 minutes in this second half. Kamei Carlos will check in here for Boston Street as Luke Murray comes out. Ball's going to be ruled off sides. Free kick on the far side in the Main Street end of the field. Very pleasant night. Temperatures cooling off a little bit. A very warm day. Here's Perez for Maine Legends. Looking to snap this 1-1 tie. Carlos will get a piece of it with a head for Boston Street, sent back down. It was intended for Bola. He'll get it. Bola on that left wing side trying to go around the end line. Put it in for score! What a pass by Bola. And a right wing break-in And that goal is by Odi Garcia. So Garcia comes down the right wing side and just got a spectacular pass from Dan Bola. In the 62nd minute to make it a 2-1 lead, first lead of the night for Maine Legends. Garcia gets the goal, but Bola made the play. My goodness. He got around the defender on that left side and just made a perfect pass, threading the needle. Here's Bola with the ball again. Bola races on that left wing side, stops, circles back to the right, pressured there, gets away from one defender. Mesa with the ball. Mesa dances to his left. He'll find Perez. Perez left foots it towards the cage. Head! Score! Bing, bang, boom. It's 3-1 Maine Legends. And it may be Garcia again. Trying to pick up the numbers. They don't have front jersey numbers. It is Garcia. And Perez with a nice pass to make it 3-1. Remember, the Maine Legends scored in the final minute before extra time in that first half. So they basically scored 3 goals in the last 18 minutes of time. With it, Kemick gets it over to Romero. Cleared away by Maine Legends. Boy, they're playing with some pep in their step right now after those 2 quick goals. Becker on the left side. Becker with a right foot sends it. Cleared away. There may have been a grab of a jersey, and there was an infraction called on Boston Street, so this will allow McDonald to take the free kick and his powerful foot. Line drive, right side, headed away by Goings. Chip down the right wing side. Trying to run underneath it. Gomes to Pina. It's broken up by Maine Legends. Popped up the elevator chute. Settled down here by Boston Street, and a little extracurricular whistled against Boston Street in the free kick for the Maine Legends. For a good part of the first half, Boston Street controlled the tempo of this game, but last 10 minutes or so of the first half, Maine Legends did, and they tied it up, and they really controlled the tempo here in the second half with 2 goals to have the 3-1 advantage. Broken up by Perez, controlled by Bola. Bola swings it over to the right side. So Yusa, he'll send it right. Chipped high and over the net and off the football crossbar. Chandler Goings over to the right wing side. Settled down by Becker of Boston Street. He'll get it up over to Kemick. Back to Becker. Chips it from the right side. Intended for Carrick. He settles it down. Top of the 18. Tries to come to his left. Broken up by a Maine Legends player. Cleared away by Maine Legends. Throw in for Boston Street. And we'll have the break for the water break. 3-1 in favor of Maine Legends. The IMDMA has been charged with changing lives by sponsoring scholarships through the African Scholarship Fund, helping students gain access to education and building brighter futures. Now they need your support to continue this important mission. Every contribution helps create opportunities, empower our communities, and invest in the next generation of leaders. Join them today. Reach out to them. You can do that by calling 207-354-6785 or email IMDMAUSA nonprofit, that's all one word, IFDMAUSA nonprofit at gmail.com. They need you. Together, we can make a difference. So, Oni Garcia with a couple of goals. Bola coming down that left wing, and he just threaded a beautiful pass along the end line, which Garcia rifled home. And then a minute later, it was a long lead by Perez that Garcia headed home to make it 3-1 Maine Legends. The winner of this game will be on the road as it will be Boston Emeralds FC hosting next Saturday. No time has been set. Boston Emeralds FC, they are 10-0 on the year. And in their games with Maine Legends, and I'm looking quickly here, they only played them once. It was a 3-0 Boston Emeralds win on April 26th. And for Boston Street, they dropped a 1-0 decision on April 19th. And it appears they only played Boston Emeralds once. You would think the two Boston-based area teams would play twice, but what you think and what is reality are often two totally different things. So the water break is over. Three unanswered goals for Maine Legends has them on top 3-1. Counting the extra time, probably somewhere right around 23, 24 minutes. Here's a break-in opportunity, trying to get around the keeper, and it will go out off of whom? It will go off of Yarbrough. Yarbrough was able to get some momentum. It was deflected enough by the keeper, Sean McDonald, and then it hit Yarbrough on the way out. So McDonald will have the free kick, and boy, he put a boot into that. We've seen that all day long. Careless on the right side sends the ball. It was intended there for Yarbrough, a little too long. Controlled by Romero. Romero's back pass. Here's Becker. Becker on the left side. Becker settles down, looks the field over. And he'll go left wing side for Dang. Trying to split a double team. Dang on that left end line. His pass attempt blocked down off the leg of a Maine Legends player, but I believe that we had an offside. Chris Niska will check in for Maine Legends. Zion Machardi will come in for Boston Street, as will DJ Castaneda. Ball boomed down by McDonald deep into the Boston Street end, and they'll try to clear it out of their own zone. Becker with it. Becker dances. Now he'll back pass. Keeper Monty. Back to Becker. He'll chip it down. Off the chest of Yarbrough. Yarbrough sends a nice pass on the left wing side. It's controlled by Kemick. Puts it in front. But Diop got a piece of it, and he's able to clear it out of bounds. And it will be a throw-in for Boston Street. They'll get their 2 subs into the game. Romeo comes out. And Dang will come out. An infraction and a yellow card is going to get whistled against Maine Legends. William Gorshall will get that yellow card. Second yellow against Maine Legends tonight. There's been one issued to Boston Street FC as well. So a free kick on that far sideline, left wing side for Boston Street, looking to cut the deficit in half. Low line drive headed just over the crossbar off the head of William Becker. Did it hit off a Maine Legends player? It did. It will be the 4th corner kick of the day for the Boston Street squad. Not a high arcing corner kick, cleared away easily. Carlos will send it, and it will be caught by McDonald on the long, high shot by Boston Street, and the Maine Legends keeper grabs it and now punts it out. Carlos knocks it out of play, and it will be a throw-in for Maine Legends. So we'll have the throw-in on the far side. A trip, an infraction. And they'll call it on Boston Street, so a free kick for Maine Legends. Kick will come from the right wing side. About a yard from that sideline. Low line drive. Cleared away by Boston Street. On the right wing side, they'll try to break Machardi. It will go out. Last touch by Maine Legends. Boston Street with a throw-in. Right wing side near the corner flag. Chardy crosses it, and McDonald easily got himself in a position, climbed the ladder, and caught that ball and threw it out all in one motion. Right now you're seeing Boston Street press a little bit, trying to get some pressure on. And an infraction and a call goes on Boston Street as Perez goes down, to the displeasure of Owen Renault on the Boston Street FC sideline. Controlled by Perez. Diop, back pass, McDonald. Whistle, and we have an injured player down. I think maybe a head bump there. Chardy checked out, but seems to be okay. McDonald will send this ball deep down into the Boston Street end, headed. But Monty comes out and he'll grab it and get it out quickly. On that right side, there's Carlos. He'll get it over to Kemick on the left wing side. Kemick being pressured and it's taken away by Maine Legends, and then a trip on Becker. Well, they're going to get a red card. I didn't think it was that egregious, but the official has given a red card, and William Becker has been ejected. And now a yellow card has been issued to Sean McDonald. Because of the red card, Boston Street will play down a man. Wisdom Chiguana looking to check in for Maine Legends, and he had 2 goals in the win here earlier this month. Again, probably late May, I beg your pardon, in their matchup with Boston Street. Antonio Mesa will come out of the game for Maine Legends. So now the uphill battle, even more uphill for Boston Street. Down 3-1 and down a man. On that right side, put to the top of the 18, broken up by Carlos. He'll send it downfield for Boston Street, but Maine Legends now with it. Midfield circle area. Niska. Controlled by Boston Street on the far side. Whistle. And an infraction. It will go against Maine Legends. Long, deep into the end, top of the 18, whistle. And an infraction on Boston Street. As things have gotten chippy here over the last moment or so. The trainer will come out and take a look at the shaking up. Maine Legends player, and it is Diop. Maka Diop. Manuel Cabasa will check into the game for Maine Legends. Gorshall will come out. Efrain Felipe will also check in here for the Maine Legends. As Bengi will come out of the game. Diop on the right side. We'll center it up. Sent down long, broken up by Boston Street, controlled by Maine Legends. They wanted to go to Bola. Ball skips out, and it will be a throw-in for Boston Street. Sime will throw it in. Down the right side. Opportunity for Boston Street, but breaking it up nicely. So we'll go over the end line. They'll get a goal kick from that. Going to pick up the number of the Maine Legends player. Just made a really nice defensive play. And that would be Felipe. Efrain Felipe, who just checked in. Here's the corner kick, long low line drive, and it will be headed away by Maine Legends. Bola with it on the left side. Bola, he'll center it up. He'll get the give and go pass, tries to go deep into the Boston Street end. Cleared away by Monty. Maine Legends with that extra player advantage keeps control of the ball. Felipe, he'll roll it back. We're inside of 4 minutes plus the bonus time. On the right side, near the corner flag, crossed over. Shot, just over the crossbar. An opportunity for Maine Legends. It might be one of those opportunities that Wilson Chiguata might be seeing in his sleep tonight. Throw in for Boston Street. They led 1-0, but they trailed 3-1. Into the Maine Legends end, controlled. Top of the 18. Whistle and an infraction. As Yarbrough, who scored the goal for Boston Street, got collided with. Are they going to rule this a penalty kick? It's a multi-purpose field. There are so many lines, it's sometimes hard to know exactly where the infraction occurred. And I think they're not going to say penalty kick, but it's going to be a direct kick deep in the end. Carlos will take it. I believe that's Carlos. And it is. Wall of 7, Maine Legends across, 10 yards away. Ball shot up into the upper corner and a free kick goal. It is good. Jaime Carlos makes it a 3-2 ball game. Really nothing at all that McDonald could do. That was perfectly placed in the upper corner. And it comes in the 88th minute. And it will be a goal kick. Boston Street down a man, now looking to see if they can get an equalizer with less than a minute to go before we go to the extra time. Headed by Maine Legends, but it goes out of bounds. Throw in for Boston Street. High arcing throw on the right side. Headed there by Gomes DePina. Back to the top of the midfield circle area. Controlled by Flaherty. He sends it right wing side. McDonald, though, is not going to waste any time. He'll come up and cover up with Gomes DePina streaking in on that right side. And we are now in extra time. Ball goes deep into the Boston Street end over the end line. It will be a goal kick. Boston Street will race and get the ball in play. Carlos, he'll send a boomer down the right side. Headed straight up. Cleared away, but up in the elevator chute. McDonald climbs the ladder and grabs it with a couple of players, one from each team, surrounding him. And he will punt a beautiful bomb downfield, deep into the Boston Street end, picked up by Monty. A push and a foul. Carlos will take the free kick. Low line drive. Deflects off a Maine Legends player, but McDonald grabs it, slides, and keeps it in full control, and he'll throw it out instead of booting it out. Gets it to about midfield where it is controlled by Niska. Niska on the sideline, centers it up, taken away, but cleared away by Maine Legends. It will bounce high into the end. Controlled here by Carlos. On the right side, Sime. Right wing, Chardy. He stops. He comes to his left. Puts the left foot into it. Top of the 18. Headed away by Maine Legends. Can they clear it out? Perez got a piece of it. And now they will. They'll send it down the left wing side. An opportunity here for Bola. Bola races in. Bola, he sends it over to the right side and just behind his teammate. Bola had that opportunity, probably for him at least if they didn't score. He forced them to have to play it out of bounds on a free kick and an infraction and another yellow card. I'm going to assume Perez. I know it's dangerous to assume, but I think he was the player that the official gave the yellow card to. So about midfield, a free kick for Boston Street. A 3-2 Maine Legends lead. Or an extra time. Low line drive. Right side hit off the foot of McCarty, and it will go out. Goal kick for Maine Legends, and Sean McDonald will look to unload on this. A low line drive, and man, he booted that 70 yards. Down on that left wing side, an opportunity. In front, blocked and kicked out. Corner kick. Set up by McDonald's long goal kick. Gave Maine Legends an opportunity here. Niska behind the heel shot. Perez has it, heads it back to a teammate, Bola. Bola has it on the left wing side. Can he keep it in? He does a nice job to do so. Comes back to his right. Bola in front. Loose ball shot. Save! Oh my goodness, what a save by Monty. Beautiful shot opportunity. Here's the left wing side. Gomes to Pina. An infraction. Another yellow card. There have been a lot. That's the 5th yellow card on Maine Legends today. I have no idea from this angle who had that yellow card. But now a dangerous opportunity for Boston Street FC. They've got a free kick. Almost corner kick like. It is a free kick left side about 13 yards from the end line. McDonald looking for a clear line to see this ball. Here's the kick, low line drive, headed away by Maine Legends. Fanned on the clear out, headed again by Maine Legends. They'll try to get it to the midfield stripe area. And an infraction on Maine Legends, free kick for Boston Street. Flaherty will take the free kick. Chipped over the wall, loose ball, cleared away by Maine Legends, back to midfield. Flaherty settles it down. He'll look right wing side. It will go over the heads of his teammates. McDonald will pick it up, and now the horn sounds to end the ball game. And Maine Legends advances with a 3-2 win over Boston Street, and they advance to the semifinals in the Division I New England Division. Before we take a look at that scoring summary, I want to let you know that the Maine Legends would like to thank the Dix Foundation for their grant. They are extremely grateful that the Dix Foundation believes in their mission to use soccer as a tool to empower individuals, strengthen communities, and create opportunities for success both on and off the field. The Maine Legends also thanks Sports Matter for their generous support and commitment to increasing access to sports for young people and communities across the globe. Through your investment in Maine Legends FC, you have provided meaningful opportunities to allow athletes to grow. Well, a wild game here today as it was a 3-2 final. Boston Street took the early lead on a goal from Nathan Yarbrough. That came off the head on a pass from a free kick from Seamus Flaherty, 1-0. But late in the first half, at about the 44th minute, it was a head on a beautiful play by Dan Bola. He put it in front, and Depot put the shot in. Macau Depot powers communities and invest in the next generation of leaders. Join their team. Join them today. Reach out. You can give them a call at 207-345-6785, or you can email them. IFDMA USA, a nonprofit. That's all one word at gmail.com. It's IFDMA USA, nonprofit at gmail.com. They need you. Together, we can make a difference. Maine Legends would also love to have you join their mission. Your time, skills, and passion can help them expand access to education and youth developments for underserved communities. Visit MaineLegendsFC.com and sign up today. So with the win, the Maine Legends will head to Boston. They'll take on Boston Emerald on Saturday, and then the only matchup they played with Boston Emerald this year was on April 26. It was a 3-0 Boston Emeralds win. They are the only undefeated team in the league at 10-0. Maine Legends now 5-6 overall. The other matchup next Sunday will have Vermont Clover. They'll play host to Maine Mystic FC. Clover 8-1-1. Maine Mystic 6-2-2. That game at Duffy Field at St. Michael's College in Colchester, Vermont. The Maine Legends are asking for community members to help stop their beloved teammate Maluda Destino from deportation. Donate, share, and support this T-Visa case and reunite his family. You can go to the GoFundMe League that is attached to the Maine Legends FC website. Well, we want to thank you for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoyed the coverage on nsnsports.net. The final, Maine Legends moves on a 3-2 win over Boston Street. Until next time, have a good night, everybody.